Back, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Richmond, come back.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans are in for 6.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Vikings now heading onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll run it again with Miller. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Ben Gideon in on the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Come back. Tiger.
Now Watson to throw on third down. And that is incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Okay, we're good. Gone. Okay, we're good. Like the hot.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Murray. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. A handoff. It's Murray.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through. And this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Caught left side, Hopkins. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Black 22! Black
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. Again, it's Miller. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Richmond.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Here's a give to Miller. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Richmond! Come back!
Out of the gun, Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, you got three.
Now a handoff to Miller. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll toss it to Miller. And he's got room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll run with Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Well, this drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a 20th carry of the game for Lamar Miller. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.